What's up, little demons? Welcome back to a brand new episode of DEVILDEVYN360 News Nightly, hosted by me, Devin Farm. Oh, today we are going to get back into several more subjects we've been through in past episodes and onto some new subjects. Such as, let's get first into the traffic situation, because you want to know something? Traffic is fucking horrible. Yeah, you try getting through traffic early in the afternoon and see the asshole tailgating you, and then you gotta brake check him, and then he cuts in front of you and brake checks you. Because, you know what? He's an asshole. And if you notice, we don't have background music this time, because I don't want to get copyright again. I know the background music is like non-copyright, but it still gets like the video still has like a copyright mark on it, so I don't want to do that too much and then have YouTube come after me for it. Or Spotify, because I uploaded both those episodes with background music to Spotify, and they were fairly good episodes in my opinion. But yeah, we're back here with another brand new episode for you guys. But yeah, let's get into the bad drivers out there, because people are fucking stupid, man. You got the idiot tailgating you who just, now you gotta brake check him, cut in front of him, cuts in front of you, and then he brake checks you, and then you call him an asshole. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that idiot? Who the hell is that guy to come up to you and be like, hey, you cut me off, asshole, and then try to act all strong, and then you're like, oh, I cut you off? No, you cut me off, jackass. You cut me off. Okay? There's, like, seriously no fucking reason for people to be idiots, There is absolutely no reason for people to be dumbasses. There is no reason for people to be so goddamn stupid. I hate it. I absolutely hate people who are dumb. It bugs the crap out of me, but they're still freaking stupid, okay? Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. All they know is, hey, hey. Guess what? I don't know how to fucking drive. It's those people that just irk me. The ones that don't know how to drive. The ones that are like, oh, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Fuck you, man. I'm gonna cut in front of you because I have no other way to get by you. Anyway, let's veer off of that subject and onto a new one. Let's veer on to music, because I've really been getting into a lot more Linkin Park and stuff lately. I've also been getting into Blacklight District. I've also found a couple new songs from my local radio station that I enjoy listening to. And, they're good songs. They're in no way bad songs. If they were bad songs, I wouldn't be listening to them, It's like, why the fuck would you listen to a bad song if it's a bad song? Just listen to it because it's a good song, okay? Listen to a song you know is gonna be good because it's a good song. Don't be a don't. All right, don't listen to a bad song, even if you know it's a bad song. Even if you're like, hey, that song sucks. Don't go listen to it anyway. Because you don't want to listen to it, but then you're still gonna listen to it, and then it's still gonna fuck you over because it's a bad song. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna try and listen to the same song over and over again, knowing that it's either bad or good, you, my friend, are an idiot and you need help. Okay. You are an idiot, and you need some goddamn help. I am sorry, but I don't know what else to say. If you're gonna listen to a bad song, even knowing it's a bad song, what do I even say to you? Okay, how do I even say it in a nice way? How do I even be like, why would you do that? Alright? How do I even say, why would you do that? Why would you listen to a song even knowing it's bad? Why the fuck would you put yourself through that? Okay, why would you put yourself through that? There's no reason for that. Otherwise, off of for the subject of music, let's listen to, or not listen to, let's jump into another subject and talk about the podcast for a minute, because the podcast now has its own YouTube channel and social medias. I am working on re-uploading the episodes from here, DevilDevin360, up to the podcast channel. Podcast episodes will also stay here on the main channel as well. I'm not going to stop doing them over here as well as on the podcast channel. So, yeah, you'll be seeing the podcast. You can see the podcast on the podcast channel if you want to. I started the podcast channel because just in case, if you're only into the podcast and you only want to listen to the podcast, there you go. You got the podcast channel. And you can join the podcast Discord server, the subreddit, whatever you want. But yeah, just get ready for new episodes. Every Saturday. Well, not every Saturday. Get ready for new episodes. On certain Saturdays, I guess. Because I will tell you, some Saturdays I will be live on the podcast YouTube channel doing a live broadcast. Other out-of-the-way streams, like IRL streams and gaming streams, those will be something I have to fit into my schedule, but, you know. I can't do gaming streams until I have a fucking better laptop, because, you know, the one I'm recording this on is a complete piece of shit. It doesn't work right. It just fucks me over each and every time I want to use it. Then I'm like, you know, I need to get a new laptop. I seriously do. I need to work up, get a new laptop, say fuck it. But I don't have the money, you know? I need to just stop sitting here in front of a computer. I need to go get a fucking job. The faster I do that, the faster I can have a PC that actually runs well and can actually run video games that I want to play on the channel for you. I mean, I know you've seen me play a couple of wackier games, but those are browser games that my computer will give absolutely zero shits about. But the minute I want to play something like, Fortnite, nah, this computer would rather commit suicide than play Fortnite. Alright, the computer I'm recording this on would rather kill itself than run Fortnite. That is how bad this computer really is. The only thing I can do is record podcast episodes, reaction videos, and browser games. Flash games, if you will, because I've been playing a lot of the wackier games. I also plan on playing a Papa's game once I can, because that would be fun. Ruining somebody's day in Papa's would be hilarious to put up on this channel. And in fact, me and Commander K recorded a video directly before this, and I did change my shirt just for the episode, but yeah, me and Commander K recorded a video just before I started recording this episode where we're asking for ideas for new videos, because we're kind of running low on ideas, and you know, if you can help us with that, we would be really grateful. You wanna know what another stupid thing is? When you have to worry about walking out your front door because you're worried somebody's gonna kill you. Now that's truly fucked up. That is truly fucked up. When you have to worry about somebody wanting to kill you, that you can't even walk out of your house. Like, what is that? Like, why can't you just want to walk out of your house at this point? In modern day US, why can't you just want to walk out of your house happily with a smile on your face? Every time I walk out of my house, I'm like, what idiot's going to piss me off today? Because that is the only thing that I think when I walk out my front door. Especially when me and my family are going somewhere, that's the only thing I think. I think, who is going to piss me off today and make me want to just beat the shit out of them? Alright, who's going to do that? Who is the idiot that's going to absolutely make me want to kill them? Who is the idiot that's going to make me so pissed off that they end up on the sidewalk? Who's it going to be? That is what I think when I walk out of my front door. See, you realize that some people in the U.S. can't think normally anymore because they're worried about walking out of the front door whether or not we're going to be in World War III within the next 30 seconds. Because holy shit. We had a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Okay? We had a war going on between them. And I can see why we didn't want to get U.S. troops involved, because we didn't want to get the USA involved in Ukraine and fucking Russia shit. Ukraine and Russia can solve their own shit. But then it's like, you know, it was just this year. It's just been stupid. 2024 was one of the fucking dumbest years on the calendar. You know, that was one of the stupidest years on the calendar. Okay, because we had a war between Russia and Ukraine going on. Biden wasn't doing shit about it. Okay, I will point out that as one more. I think Trump had something to do with the war between Russia and Ukraine stopping. I'm not sure, but I think the U.S. finally cut into it and stopped it. I'm not really sure. But, other than that, you know, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Is there gonna be a war between China and the U.S. at some point? Is China gonna rebel against the U.S. because all of the shit that China makes for the U.S. that ends up in U.S. stores, such as all the toys that end up in Toys R Us, which is now closed down, all the fucking groceries that end up in your Walmart sometimes? Lawnmowers? That's the only other thing I can think of, that because some lawnmowers have to be made by China. Like Toro. That sounds Chinese. I'm not being racist, I'm just proving a point. That most everything that's in the US isn't US made. Half of it is Chinese made. Hell, some of it even comes from Mexico. Some of it might even come from Guam. Who the hell knows? Anyway, let's talk about 2020 and COVID for like half the time right now, because we were stuck in our houses dealing with complete and utter bullshit. Okay? We were stuck in our houses dealing with a pandemic that we didn't deserve to be hit with. Okay? We were sitting there, we were like, shit, what are we supposed to do now? We're gonna die. We're gonna die thanks to COVID-19. COVID-19 is such a fucking joke. It is seriously such a goddamn joke. Guess what? You come here, you get COVID-19, motherfucker. Why? Why? Someone tell me why. I don't understand. You come to the U.S. in 2020, you get COVID-19. Come to the U.S. now, cases are lower. You'll most likely be okay, okay? You will most likely be okay. Anyway, we're going to take a brief intermission here, and we will be right back. Alright, we are back. After that brief intermission, I was just going to grab a drink and stuff like that. I was getting thirsty, but let's delve into child cartoons. So, childhood cartoons. To this day, I will say it, I still watch SpongeBob SquarePants. And I don't give a fuck what you think. Sometimes I like to watch SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay? Sometimes I like to watch SpongeBob SquarePants. And you know what? I don't give a damn what you think. Alright, if you want to make fun of me for watching SpongeBob, then fuck you. But if you like watching SpongeBob, you're my friend. Even if you like watching fucking Teen Titans, the original, not that fucking Teen Titans Go shit. Who came up with that? Who decided, yeah, let's make Teen Titans, but like 2 times worse? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Teen Titans Go, but I still think it's bad. I enjoy watching it, but I still think it's bad. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking? You said, let's take the Teen Titans and make them look like shit. Alright, let's not bring back the classic fucking DC looking badass Teen Titans. Let's bring in these shitty, I want to fucking kill myself Teen Titans, okay? Let's do that. If you can hear that in the background, my mom is watching Friday the 13th in the downstairs living room. Our house really isn't that big and the walls are very thin, so you're able to hear shit. I planned on watching Friday the 13th Part 5 tonight. Although I should detail that my mom was watching Friday the 13th Part 3. I was going to watch Friday the 13th Part 5 tonight. But I can only fucking rent it. I want to watch Friday the 13th Part 5. I don't want to have to fucking rent it. I just want to watch my goddamn movie, okay? Just let me have that liberty. Let me watch my movie, alright? Don't take my movie time away. Don't take my movie time away. Just let me watch Friday the 13th Part 5. Let me watch Scream. Let me watch freaking Nightmare on Elm Street. Let me watch, let's see. Let me watch The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I love that movie. Yeah, let's watch all kinds of movies. Let's watch all kinds of horror movies. As you could tell, I'm going to start a horror section on this back wall. That picture of Joker is kind of scary to me. That picture of Joker right there above me is kind of scary to me. But I love it. But I'm going to start a horror thing on this back wall. Like, I'm going to have a little horror collection built up on this back wall because I want to. So, yeah. Otherwise, let's talk about DoorDash again. Because this time, DoorDash hasn't really screwed up the order. They have more than less, alright? They have more than less either come with the wrong thing, one bag that only contains our freaking drinks. Where's our food? They've come with freaking... They've given us the wrong thing multiple times at different points. We got McDonald's today. That wasn't... What we got was what we got, okay? What we got today was what we got. It was a completely fine DoorDash order. Nothing too bad, okay? But, you know, the last few times we've ordered DoorDash, man, except for today, have all fucking sucked. Alright? They've all fucking sucked. You can't order from DoorDash and expect good fucking service while your burger's rotting by the side of the DoorDash driver, okay? It's like, what are you looking for? You know? Some DoorDash drivers are fucking idiots. I'm gonna tell you that. Let me tell you a little story here. You want to know something? My mom got a package the other day. The whole fucking box was destroyed. It's as if the mailman punted that bitch onto our porch. Alright? It's as if our mailman just said, fuck it. Said, hike, and threw it out the front door. It's as if our mailman did that. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the package, I'm like, why the mail people just don't fucking care? They just do not give a shit. They're just like, here's your package, right at your front door. Yep, that's what I call freaky fast delivery. Except the vase I ordered probably shows up shattered. Alright? The fucking framed picture of David Ortiz that I got for $2.99 on Amazon freaking shows up freaking broken. Alright? The freaking YouTuber merch scam item I bought because I'm a Penguin Zero fan and wanted to put fucking Penguin Zero on my dresser. That item I bought is fucking... It's gonna be ripped by the time it gets here because the mail people just don't care. Alright, they don't. All right, you know what? Let me backtrack a little bit because some of the packages I've got have been in fairly good condition. Okay. All right, like the Trick or Treat Studios, Michael Myers Halloween 2018 knife I reviewed on Talk and Review. That thing showed up looking pristine. I mean, it has a few scratches on it, but I was hoping for that. Honestly. I was like honestly hoping. I hope this thing has a few scratches because I want it to look like it's had some use to it. It showed up with scratches just as I wanted. See, if I didn't want it that way, I would have been pissed off, okay? I would have felt like I got fucking ripped off because that thing is scratched, but I don't feel like I got ripped off because scratches is exactly what I wanted. Like, they're little, like, nicks. They're not bad. They're like little tiny nicks that just make it look a little better. I might darken the blade up on it just a little bit to make it look like it's been more used. Maybe give the blade some blood and gore effects. Try to see if I could do something like that, but yeah. And I am going to let you guys know, I don't think I will be bringing back those cosplay videos. I've really been thinking about it, and I really don't think I want to bring them back. I really don't. I'm thinking of whether or not I want to start a cosplay-based channel, though. Of whether or not I just want to start one final channel to set it all up, because I deleted one channel, and it was supposed to be DEVILDEVYN360's cosplay warehouse, and I'm still on the fence about whether or not I want to do that. In fact, I will host a poll in the community tab or post section at this point, where you guys can vote whether or not I should start a cosplay YouTube channel or just keep the whole cosplay thing on the back burner for now. But, um, speaking of cosplays, I did want to say, I did make some improvements to the Midnight Killer cosplay. But here's the thing. I am going to show you those improvements tomorrow in a new video for Devil Devin 360. Yeah, no. Although I did make some improvements to the Midnight Killers cosplay, and when I decide to put cosplay videos up, I will put up a video about it, because why not, you know? But until then, the cosplay videos are going to remain off of the channel for a bit. I know that Ghostface cosplay video had some high views to it, but, you know, I'm gonna probably go in another direction, you know? Every YouTuber has to make a change. And, I am one of those YouTubers who feels like when I do something that sometimes I gotta make a change, you know? Sometimes I really gotta just step up, make that change, make it count. And yeah, I really like connecting with my fans too. Otherwise, let's get let's talk about masks for a bit, because I have a few masks. If you'll take you can't probably see them, but the creepy neighbors there behind me, the John Doe killer is in the shelf there. I got Michael Myers and my Slipknot inspired clown mask up there. I'll show that one. I will show you guys that Slipknot inspired clown mask in an episode of the Prop House, because that one's technically a prop. I don't know if I ever wanna. Well, I'm gonna make a Slipknot inspired cosplay with it, but I'm going to show you that mask, and I actually need to start off the Mask Asylum, so I will show you that. It's not really the first mask I've ever got, but it's the first mask that I've actually been able to keep, because after Halloween, my stepdad used to take my masks, the weapons I'd get to go with costumes, and throw them out when we were done, because he didn't want me to have them. But this is the Michael Myers mask is the mask I've been able to keep the longest. I have a whole shit ton of new masks. As you know, I have that sheet mask that I reviewed, stuff like that. You know, and it's just incredible that I have all these masks now, and I'm building a collection of costumes and stuff, and props and whatnot. I've got like the Midnight Killer's costume and his knife and everything sitting back there. I'm gonna show you his mask. I might even show you his mask first in the Mask Asylum. Honestly, I don't really care in which order I go with the masks, just as long as it turns out to be a good video. But that being said, let's move on to a different subject, and let's talk about the DJ the DJB Customs channel. Well, formerly DJB Customs, formerly Radar Off Road, formerly Radar Off Road Outlaws RP, and now it's up to DJB RP. And we're gonna keep it that. We're gonna keep it that DJB RP. Because I still love making those Off-Road Outlaws videos. I love it. Those Off-Road Outlaws videos are my favorite thing to make sometimes. They're so calming, too. Like, it's actually really calming for me to take my truck out in Off-Road Outlaws and just take it for a drive. I really enjoy doing that. I absolutely enjoy taking my truck out in Off-Road Outlaws. Taking it for a rip across the desert, or maybe even just RPing for a little bit, you know? It's really enjoyable for me. It's a very enjoyable thing. You know, sort of like doing this podcast, I just enjoy coming on camera and talking for like an hour or two and then, calling that a podcast. I mean, isn't that what podcasters do? I know podcasts are scripted and everything, but I just like talking to the fans about random bullshit that I'm feeling like getting off of my mind today, just because I want to, you know? And that's what I call a podcast, just wanting to randomly rant to your fans about bullshit. Let's talk about what else should we talk about? Kind of ran out of subjects here. Man, I don't want to really make this the shortest podcast episode I've ever done, but we might have to. I'm kind of running out of subjects here. Shit. Yeah, I guess we're gonna call that a bit of a short episode today, guys. I've ran out of things to talk about. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode, but until then, if you guys enjoyed this short little, episode, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and become part of the Little Demons Notification Squad. And make sure you subscribe to the podcast channel as well. And once I have every other video uploaded, we will premiere this episode. And you can join us in chat and talk to us all you want. Otherwise, we will see you guys later.